welcome to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We have a scent of the month every month, so you get 25% off that special fragrance. And for the month of July, great summertime fragrance is coconut. So you can get 25% off everything in our shop that is scented in that fragrance. So swing on by. It'll make your summertime enjoyable because you smell like coconut. A little tropical paradise in your purse.
Because it'd be on your body.
Well, wherever you put it. But we have lip balms, the soaps, lotions, bath salts, and we have other sale items as well. So swing on by and check that out. Just want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. We got a ornery little puppy with us here helping us out this morning. You see that? He just saw himself.
He perked up on ornery puppy.
Dundee's getting big. He used to be smaller than our little Chihuahua, and now he is...
He's a cat.
Look at how big this boy is. Huh?
18 pounds.
And he's still growing. Yeah. But look at that. Where are you? There you are. But yeah, I'll put him down because he's getting on me.
He climbed up through the middle of us, so he said, I'm part of this.
Yeah, that's it. He likes to be on the podcast.
So this week's segments include farm happenings, in the coop, alone in the coop, Pic'n on the farm, squeal like a pig, in the arena, and roundup.
Yeah, turning it on today.
You're kind of shocked because I was kind of in a...
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be an interesting podcast, but that being said, we'll get things underway with the farm happenings. We did our second round of visit with all the animals.
For the deworming.
And make sure they're all clear. And one thing we found out because of the dogs being outside near our geese and stuff, that they go down and eat the
feces.
The byproduct of having our birds.
Well, we got wild rabbits, the chickens.
Yeah, we got an assortment of animals around
here.
And
if you have animals, they go for the poo.
Yeah, so one thing we asked when we were up there is that if there's anything to, give them to keep them from getting worms and stuff. And they said, oh yeah, well then if you have them in that type of environment, there's this medicine you give them once a month, and it keeps tested Gypsy to see. So we got them all riled up now for the podcast. So we had Dixie.
She's dead too. You want to do over? You're gonna listen to
I'm just
rewind.
Yeah. This is where editing comes into play. Sadie. That's the dog, Sadie. We had her test Sadie for heartworm because they can't give them the medicine until she's clear of that. She didn't have it. She came back negative. So, hey, Dundee, come here. Come here. He's going to run away with it. Yeah, you go find a nice quiet place to play with that toy. Mm-hmm. He likes squeakers, by the way. So, anyways, back to this story. She doesn't have ringworm, so... Heartworm.
She's not wormy.
She's clear, so we can start the medicine. And then because Dundee, he's not 6 months old, we can start on that. So basically, we're starting them up on this to kind of a preventative to keep them from getting the...
any kind of crud.
Yeah, the heartworm and ringworm. There's like a whole list of things that keeps them from getting by being out and exposed to farm environment. So we started them off with that. That's a once a month thing. So something for you to consider if you have animals out there, in that type of environment. Think about getting them
Sentinel,
something like that. It's So I'm
I
once a
gave
month.
it to him.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the name is, so I'm trusting you on that.
You don't remember names.
I'm not firing on all cylinders today.
Are you
so
low?
no, I shouldn't be.
Okay.
No, I just tested my blood before we podcast. Make sure I'm good to go.
I'm getting a pedicure by puppy. It's like, I'm very ticklish.
Yeah, so we had the whole gang. We've got it down to a little more better science, getting them up there, and
Rounded up.
Sadie in the container, and Dundee, he's getting bigger, so he's getting a little more. He's a handful for Jimmy to take care of. He wanted to come over the back of the seat and into the front. He wanted to drive. So that was one thing. I know we've had a long weekend, so we've been working on painting more, moving along on that front. It's coming along, looking good. So, still
It's
a little
looking
bit.
like we're doing something now.
Well,
Because all the primer and that's
yeah, it just coating over what was already needed to be paint. Now it's actually looking fresh and new. So, but we'll probably work a bit more on that this weekend and next weekend, and then the next weekend after that, I'm hoping we can get to the yellow, because we've got a lot of trim and stuff that needs to get done. But it's pretty quick. The hardest part you did, which was all the railing, because you had to go in between all the rails, but that's done, so it's moving along. So feel good about yourself. You get the
well, now it's the frame, so because we have frames surrounding.
just the window trim and stuff. That's easy. You can splash. It doesn't matter whether you get on the yellow beak.
Still don't splash.
I know.
Because it'll show underneath.
No, it won't. So you can go a little over. How's that? And then that way you get the yellow paint when we put on. Be good to go. So we're going to do it when we get to the yellow, I'll be rolling and you'll be coming behind with the brush. That's what we're talking about. Our action plan there.
Woohoo.
And then 4th of July, had that.
That's why it's a big weekend.
Yeah, had an extra day off because of the holiday weekend, and had another extra day off because I was sick. Well, I guess we both were. But
Yeah, kind of.
yeah, kind of. Stomach issues, let's put it that way.
Tummy trouble.
Yeah, well, we'll leave it at that. We don't want to give TMI, too much information out there. So, but we're all better now, which is a good thing. So, for the most part, I think so. You just keep staring at me.
I didn't know how far you're going to get into that one.
Not too far. So,
So in the coop.
in the coop, let's get it rolling. On to the knitting.
In the coop, I did a little bit on my fishnets Dawn self-striping socks. Fishnets in the panache base. And I get it all tangled. It always happens. So, yeah, did a little bit from the stitch marker up. So, yeah, not too much.
Well, that one you didn't work too much on because you're working on other things.
Yeah. I think it was mainly when we went to go get buffalo steaks.
Oh.
We haven't tried them yet.
We've got them acquired.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could have talked about that on our trip to the Antelope Valley Winery.
Yeah. Woo. As soon as she knew we weren't
We're not
drinkers.
Wine connoisseurs.
Whiners. It was like, conversation over. It was like,
And it's,
wow.
no, she was informative about the buffalo, but I'm going to let you get back to the knitting. You didn't put it on the list, so I don't know if you weren't wanting to talk about it.
You said we fly by the seat of our pants most of the time.
See, I'm trying to cheer Dawn up here and make her happy, so I gotta do crazy stuff like this to keep her going.
So then it was cast on week this week a little bit, and This is in my big ol' honkin' Sasha bag because this thing is huge. This is Turtle because we're having a Susan Claudino. She's our designer of the month. 2 months. And this was gifted to me by Sarah Apple Blossom SF. And it's Turtle. And so I got out some Malabrigo that I got years ago. I don't even know where I got it. And then some yarn from the Yarn Deli, which it's in Redlands, but I don't think it's even open. So that's going to be like the contrasty.
I forgot about that place.
That was really neat. It was set up like a deli, with the deli style
Yeah, I was seeing
thingies. Yeah, it was cool. So I did the shell, the turtle shell. That's huge.
Big old
If I did 2. I thought, wow,
implants. Huh?
Implants. Doesn't it look like it? It's like the perfect
I was
size.
thinking it looked more like a space capsule, like
We'll go with yours. That's my
a little
head's
more
it's so
G-rated,
soft.
huh?
Yeah. So, yep, I did the turtle, and then I kind of stopped because toys hurt my hands because I really.
Well, I know
drew
that
it
last
tight.
bit when you stuffed in was
Yeah,
trying to
it was
stretch, pull it together, and keep knitting, which
Yeah.
works the old fingers there.
Yeah. So I did do that, and then it just got put in here and put away because I just
Put in its shell, huh?
put in its shell. Yep. Where is he? Is he under me? Okay. So then, oops. So then I cast it on, because I finished something. Well, this was also because it was because a friend, I was virtually knitting with a friend on Instagram, and she always uses lollipop yarn, so as I was praying for her, I started this, and then, so this is lollipop yarn in the Hootenanny colorway. And this was a gift from Knit Psycho
Very colorful.
in my bag that was gifted to me by Adrian. It's a plover bird. And I started the toe is, of course, my Limnit crochet. Any of her patterns, sock patterns, have this rounded toe, and I use it for everything. And the stitch pattern I'm using is the Groovy sock. Let me show it to you. Ooh, that looks really cool on there. When it's up close to me, I don't really see how, ooh, that is neat. And the foot I'm just doing plain. But this is really, really nice yarn. It's my first time knitting with lollipop yarn. And the Groovy sock is Caroline Hegwer. It's a free download on Ravelry. But I'm just using the stitch pattern, not anything else. And it's just a two rounds stitch pattern. There's only 2 that you keep repeating. Is that the word I'm wanting?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Y'all know what I'm meaning. So yeah, started that, and it's been really fun. And it'll be a nice summery sock. Not that I will wear it in the summer here, but
Yeah.
because it's
I like the pattern on
Open.
that. The
yeah
way it makes your stripy sock kind of get
waves.
that
Yeah,
wavy pattern.
yeah. I didn't know on the toe. I should have probably done one more stripe to make the toe a little deeper. Not that it's going to really matter, but
Next time you do that, you'll know.
yeah. So,
Pretty cool.
that's
I like
fun.
that yarn. I took a picture of that before.
Yeah, didn't you do like a Warhol picture kind of thing with it?
Yarn fun.
Yeah. That was for our, what was that, yarn and fiber? We had
It was something.
Yeah,
it was
something.
a while ago.
we don't remember nothing.
I know. We're aging. We're almost in our 20s.
Almost. So then I was really hoping to get to the color section of the next project, and this is in Time Out. This is By the Sea by Laura Linneman. And I was hoping to get to that color section for the podcast. You know, that was my goal for this week, you know, or even to have it done. I got to the color, and this is an Unwind Yarn Company yarn. And so yes, I did get to where I'm supposed to add in, and see my dicky do, no, there's lots of dicky, don't even mind the dicky doos because I did like 4 inches, but, so I got to where I'm supposed to change colors. If you can see, this is I got plucked this week. So, sorry, I got a distracted email. A text popped up. So, this pattern, you know, you have stitch markers placed. Well, you're supposed to knit in front and back, you know, increase before and after each one. Well, my turtle, and another pattern, you only knit in front and back before the stitch marker. Well, I had it in my head. Oh yeah, I remember the pattern, you know, because it's only like 4 rows. Yeah, I remember that. So I am knitting away, and I'm like,
something's wrong.
The numbers, you know, I finally, because I knew I was close, so I started counting the numbers, because she has it where you can see between each stitch marker how many you should have. And I'm like, I had not even close. And I'm like, I have been knitting forever. This looks like it. So one of them had the correct numbers, and I'm like, I cannot be that far off. You know, like 8, 9 stitches. You know, there's no way to fudge that. You know, if it's 1, yeah, just add in make 1, and you're not going to notice. But you can see.
Well, as far back as you were where you started to knit incorrectly helps to
and
read
didn't
the pattern.
I just say last week on the Mystics, read the pattern? Because I wouldn't have gotten plucked by that either if I would have read finish on a wrong side row. So this is going to have to be frogged back
Quite
to
a bit.
where,
There's a lot of knitting that you...
Yeah, I have it marked where I need to go back, but the thing is putting these stitch markers in that you put in at the very beginning.
Figure out which...
To get that all lined up again, so...
Well, like I was telling you, once you get to the first one and knit it, you'll know whether you're have it placed in the right one. You can fix all the other ones when you get there, and it's just going back, knitting in reverse, you know.
Well, that's much you have to just rip.
I know.
You know, I'm going to lay it on a flat table when it has to be that much, and it's lace, or if it's got certain things I need to really be careful of. I have to
suck to.
Yeah.
Oh, then you'll have a problem moving your markers too, won't you?
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
So
fun stuff.
Yeah. So I haven't had time where I had enough quiet time to lay it out. You know, because it's been so hot, and I've been having to just get outside at my knitting time in the mornings, so where I don't melt.
I'll have to lay out the other table for you. I don't know, because that looks pretty big.
It is, because it's really bunched on the table, so.
Put out one of our 6-foot tables and let you sprawl it out.
Yeah. So, that's in timeout, because that's why there's other projects casted on. Because it's like, ugh.
Yeah. That's always fun, isn't it? You love knitting.
So
I think that annoys you when I say that.
Yes, it does.
Sorry.
So, you love knitting. It's just more knitting time. But when that's a lot of dang stitches on there. It's like 200. I have more than what's supposed to be.
Knitting's fun because you're accomplishing something. So if you're not accomplishing something, then it just kind of.
And I needed that project because that's my left-handed project. You know, all my other ones are my right-handed ones, so I always switch
alternate.
back. Yeah.
Keep your hand from cramping.
And I have holes in each of my fingers, so it's like medical tape big time. And
yeah.
Because if your needle goes through and pokes your finger, and medical tape is wonderful. Although I went through the medical
I was
tape.
going to say, you poked through it. I know
So
you
you
were
gotta double
bleeding
tape.
yesterday.
Yeah, double tape. Just like double tap.
Not quite, but that's okay. So the lesson for the day is read your knitting.
And tape your fingers.
All right. Well, I figured it's time to show my progress on my sock. I've got the one completed. That one I've already showed. I'm working on the other one, doing it in Desert Vista Dye Works S'mores colorway here, and I haven't done a whole lot. I've been working at it a little bit, but I've got, I don't know how many stripes. 1, 2, 3. I got about 4.5 stripes done, but been tied up with other things keeping me busy. So it's coming along. I've got a whole lot more to do, but I figured it's time to show some progress, show that I'm actually working on it. That way I can move my Dickie Doo up onto the sock and feel like I have to get back to knitting again to show something. So yeah, that's about all I did knit wise this last little bit. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Because my hands, I can only get in I can almost get in a whole stripe and then I have to put it down because my hands cramp up. Those little needles. So it's kind of like I do a little bit and then I have to set it down.
Maybe you should start another project with bigger needles.
Yeah, get the big old honker ones, the size 12s or whatever. You got some huge
50s.
Yeah, oh yeah, 50s. I'll get my knitting sock done really quick. I just wrap it around and I'm done.
That'd be like for a giant.
So yeah, that's all I got.
So Falone like Coop.
Yay.
So I'll show this side. This is the Mystic Spiral Socks by Josh Ricks. It's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. And here is my Dickie Doo. And I finished all of that last week. So I have 2.
You have a happy right and a happy left
Yep.
foot. Huh?
And the pattern is done that way. So right and left. You can see like that line goes that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I guess
that
so.
line goes that way, and that's so cool. So,
Yeah.
super fun pattern. Can't say enough. The yarn is Biscotti and C. It was a gift from Daniela Caffeinated Gert, and so, yep. And she has a Tour de Fleece group thing too, so, because the Tour de Fleece is now going on. I'll get into that a little bit. I'm not participating in anything. I was going to try to do at least 15 minutes a day. I tried it last night. I didn't even get 2 minutes. It wasn't even 2 minutes, and my knees were just started the burning, so I stopped because the last time I did it for like 5 minutes, and I couldn't walk for a couple days, so I don't know why.
I think you need a higher chair. And we've been talking about this.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to try different things.
Have a chair that sits higher that I want you to. It's kind of to the extreme. It's like a step stool seat, but it'll stretch your leg out.
Yeah, it's the 1940s, 1950 you see in the olden days. Well, it is.
But it's got a seat portion
Yeah.
on it it's really high, and I want to see you stretching your legs out and doing the spinning. I know it's going to feel awkward, but it'll tell you whether it's. I think you're just sitting too low.
Yeah.
You know, the chairs are comfortable when you're sitting, but when you're spinning, you're raising your feet up about 6 inches off the ground to get onto the pedals, and then the movement puts you in a different position. So maybe sitting higher would be better. I know we have a couple different eating chairs, but they're all about the same height. This one's kind of to the extreme, and if this actually works, then you might have to find you a taller chair or something to work from.
Maybe I'll sit on the bouncy ball. That's even lower, though.
You can just kind of bounce along your exercise ball.
That's kind of like rubbing your head and patting your stomach, you know?
Until you roll over because you lose focus.
Or the puppy comes and bounces you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I'm plying. I have 4 ounces that I've spun that I'm plying 2-ply that I want to use for the brickless pattern, and it's like, oh, and I'm really wanting to spin, but it's not worth it to be hurting.
Yeah.
So,
You have to have a proxy in there for someone to all spin the wheel, and you just do the flying part.
That's true. Although you know how to spin, so
Yeah, but you're better at it. I don't want to mess up your final phase of your spinning there.
Yeah. So picking on the farm, I had to see where I was.
All right, well, picking on the farm, I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. I hope you got a lot of good firework pictures. You know, we did a couple, a little bit there. I know you Instagrammed one of the pictures we did for 4th of July, you know, with the sparklers and the moon in the background and stuff. So we had a little bit of fun on 4th of July with the sparklers and fireworks and stuff. I don't really have anything of my own to show because I wanted to highlight, and I'll probably do this regularly as a part of the Pic'n on the Farm, is to highlight some of the photographers that I follow on Instagram, so that, you know, if you want something as you're going through your Instagram feed and you want something that, really, it's just eye-catching, really beautiful work. There's a number of photographers that I follow because of just, they have this, amazing eye, and they're putting together some really good stuff. And so I thought for this week I would highlight photographer. He's on Instagram as Papa Rock and Roll. It's Papa_rock roll. But he's always got an amazing work that he's showing up. I'm trying to do this without the reflection. But he's got some amazing work on there, and it just, you spinning through your Instagram feed, and one of his pictures pops up, and I think he's in Indonesia, or
I thought it was Thailand.
He's over, he's got a lot of good pictures. I think I had mentioned, I looked where he was from. I thought it was Indonesia, but he's over that way. Got some amazing pictures, real bright, vibrant. A lot of the ocean scenes and stuff from over that way. Beautiful work. If you want to add him to your feed, as you're going through on your daily basis, it's like boom,
Yeah.
It's just kind of, it just.
Yeah, when you showed me his pictures, I went and instantly added him, and it's just breathtaking.
Yeah, he's amazing, amazing work. And there's a number of photographers that I follow on Instagram just because of that. It's not only, you can look at the work that's happening, but it inspires, gives you ideas, it gets the gears turning, because, nobody just instantly becomes a good photographer. I mean, part of the process of photography and learning about it is to look at what other people do. You learn by example. I mean, you can't learn in a vacuum, so you have to kind of expose yourself to other people's work. And, some of the stuff is that you have to imitate so that you learn, so that you can then grow and start doing your own thing. So people, I know people sometimes get upset when people are copying them, but that's how people learn. I think that's one of the things about, if you're willing to teach people, part of it is you have to be willing to let people copy what you're doing so that they can learn and grow. And like I said, this is part of the reason why I'm always looking at other photographers' work. Not that I'm looking to copy them, but sometimes it's the inspiration you need, or you see something differently than what you would do. And growth is doing things, is adding to your cache of techniques or whatnot. And it's like knitting, you learn something new, you work through that, and it's just, you have to expose yourself to new stuff in order to grow. And so that's part of one of the things why I do it, but it's inspirational too. So you can use it as a learning tool, or you can just enjoy it. I mean, that's depending on what your take is. Kind of goes back to our discussion about why do people take pictures, but that's for a different podcast. But
well, you may keep mentioning inspiration. That can also be inspiring to a yarn dyer to take something like that and grab them colors, because
yeah, it's just some amazing work here. He's one of the ones I've been following for quite some time, and I go through and hunt around for new photographers. there's a variety of things. He does landscaping. It's all landscape photography. But I have other photographers that I follow that are considered urban explorers. So they take pictures of old dilapidated buildings. So I've got kind of a mix of tastes. But, like I said, it's going outside of what you normally do just to see what other people are doing, to see if you can gain any inspiration from different types of things, because there's beauty in everything. It's just, it's that photographer taking the time, using their eye to capture, what that is. It's just a lot of stuff. So I wanted to kind of add this piece into my Pic'n on the Farm to give you guys something, if you want to add that into your Instagram feed, and then you can watch it. I know he's also got a website too that he has his works on. I'll try and get that for the notes. I don't know if off the top of my head, but so if you don't have Instagram, if you're not using it, then you can still kind of follow
It's free,
along.
you should.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things. It's fun to throw your pictures up there and see what other people are doing. This kind of goes back to that, looking at what other people are doing. So I just wanted to...
even between you and me, mine is all snapshotty, fun, what I'm doing more. Mine is more social.
Yeah.
Whereas yours is
my
photography.
my finished work.
Yeah.
I think there's only one that was actually taken with my iPhone. I know the Instagram's thing is it's for phones. You can't get an app on your computer that's Instagram app, or at least you couldn't for a while there. So, so I just basically work my finished objects over into Instagram and post those up there, because that's the type of stuff that I'm not one to
Well, just like the firework picture, us playing with sparklers.
I just sent it to you. You can put that up in your feed and enjoy. It's the one where you guys actually stayed still for me. But
having fun.
Yeah, we were having fun. I couldn't keep them away from those sparklers.
We might have done it during the day.
Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of highlight some of the people that I follow. I think you guys will enjoy it. If you enjoy photography, that's something that, even if you're not into photography, the pictures
Everybody
are amazing.
likes a pretty picture.
He's got, I forget how many, 600 some odd pictures in there, and they're all amazing. Mm-hmm. They're just all vibrant, colorful landscape type things, and he posts one up at least once a day, so you hop on your Instagram, it's like, ooh,
Well, and he does an inspirational wording to
yeah,
it,
he always
tags
it with some comments, like, don't take life too seriously, sometimes just laugh at your problems. So, knowing it's not the end of everything. So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you get along with his picture feeds and stuff.
So that goes along with this. Laugh at your problems, it's like...
Yeah. See, there's nothing that bad that you can't just relax a little bit. So
yeah. Because even tying it back to the knitting, it is just knitting.
Yeah.
It can be ripped out, and hopefully not ripped out too far.
Here, let me bring that picture back.
Yeah. I'm laughing. Might be having I'm sorry, pup. Might be having some tears go along with it as I rip.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get the spaghetti picture of it, frog.
So, anyway, so that's it for Pic'n on the Farm. So I'll
Squeal.
flick it back to you.
Squeal like a pig. Poochie's looking at me. She's giving me this.
You didn't bring your gift?
Huh?
Your package?
I got a package, but
I thought you were going to bring it on
it.
the...
No.
I know. I thought you were going to have it on the table where you...
It's driving me bananas. Yeah, I got it Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And it says big on it, do not open till your birthday.
Yeah, because someone's birthday's coming up.
And if you've watched, I am not one
I know.
be patient. And I know she's testing my patience.
Now, she really would. She would have shipped it a week early, and it would have been sitting...
Yeah, that would be really bad.
At least you got it close,
Jimmy goes, are you shaking it? No.
It's one of those things that, you have to ship with, the intent that it gets there before the birthday, but, you don't want to time it too quick so it gets late. So
that'll be
I think that's
sweet.
good timing. It's just going to torment you for the next couple days.
Yeah, because James will wrap my packages like at Christmas with like bricks or rocks or...
Someone doesn't stay away from the Christmas tree. So you have to stealthily do things to make you wonder what it is.
Yeah. So I don't bother anymore. I was sent a pattern from Gimme Yarn 418 of the Thank God It's Finished. Said Friday again. Podcast and KB Mac Geek and all their family, Mia, Molly, Dewey, Max. Yeah, I just said it so quick, it was like, see, because Mia, Dewey, Molly, Max, yeah, that's...
You got it all.
Because Jasper's, he doesn't live there. So they sent to me the Castle Pullover by Cecily Glowick McDonald, and I've been wanting to knit this. It is so pretty. Look at this. And I've been looking at yarn, and I still think I might get the Quince & Co. yarn for that.
That'd be cool.
Because that is some yummy yarn, and really it's good price. I was comparing it to like Cascade and stuff, and it's about the same price.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like,
Well, there you go.
Maybe the yardage is different. I didn't look at that. But yeah, it's so pretty. So thank you guys. That was a surprise.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
So in the arena, we have our designer along, still going, with Susan Claudino, no knit Sherlock. And she's got a lot of fun patterns, toys, and mitts. And you want to see?
Sure. Why don't you show us?
I haven't showed you all in a while. If you want to go knit, because we have it for the rest of the month. It's loading. So lots of fun patterns, and
I know you've done a lot of her stuff before, so you always enjoy doing
excellently written. I wouldn't have it as a designer if I didn't like their patterns.
That makes sense.
Well, it's like there's some I just
I know you
I'm
get
sure you guys can tell when I get frustrated.
Yeah. From the
And
pattern, not from not reading the pattern.
Oh, yeah. I fully admit when I've been plucked or, that's my
Your
fault.
error.
Nothing with the pattern, it's head and butt syndrome.
Anxious. You're just wanting to feel that yarn. You bypass the pattern part of the equation there, huh?
No, it's me thinking I know what the heck I'm doing, and I don't.
Our memory's a little... little tried at times.
Well, that's why I don't like having so many projects too, because I think, oh yeah, knit in front and back. I did that.
No.
Yeah, that was that other pattern. So we also have our hatchin' it each month, and that's where you can enter anything, spinning, weaving, crochet, knitting, anything you finish in that month.
Yep.
Put it in there. It doesn't have to be started. It can be one that's previously on the needles, but if you finish it that month, enter it. And we also drew the prizes for our June hatchin' it.
Awesome. And the winner is?
And the winners
are?
for a Wolf Farm gift certificate, $10, is number 208, and that's Miss JR, or Miss Junior, and it's Jessica, and she did some beautiful socks. I mean, really, really pretty. And it was funny because it's a burgundy-ish color, burgundy-ish rose, and the other winner also did the same color yarn. And it was like, whoa, should have put them both up. And the second winner for a $10 gift certificate is number 4, and that is Bogey, Bogey, and that's Donna. So, and she did a really pretty sweater.
Cool.
But it was funny that they both had the same
color.
Tone. It was like, wow.
Pretty awesome.
So, yep.
Well,
So, woohoo, you guys. get in contact with me with your email so I can send you your gift certificate from our Wolf Farm shop, and you can choose soap, lotions, lip balms.
Anything that's in there.
Yep.
Use your $10 on any item in the shop.
Yep.
So is that it? Are we
That's
all
it.
wrapping up?
Wrapping up.
Don't forget our free Wolf Farm video podcast button with any paid order at Wolf Farms. Just ask for that in the comments section during checkout, and we'll be happy to stick one of those in your order. And I think that about does it.
So, until next time,
Let's get cracking.
hatching it. Bye.
Bye, y'all.